Hey everyone, it's the Crafty Quinn. I couldn't stay away for too long, I just had to share with you some Dollar Tree kitchen DIYs. And this video is in partnership with Caraway Cookware. So stay tuned till the end of the video so I can tell you a little bit more about them. And not only that, but this is also a giveaway video. So I'm going to ask you guys a question at some point in the video and make sure to comment down below on the video your response and a winner will be randomly selected. So, for this first craft, this is one of Dollar Tree's new wood signs. This is obviously supposed to be a mason jar. And these are their new rub-on transfers as well. I still see a lot of these in stores, so hopefully you guys are still seeing them too. But I just kind of grabbed a bunch, you know, at the time and just kind of held on to them for the right kind of craft. So I decided to do kind of like the upper half of this sign being like a white background, and I'm just kind of using that to trace off where I want the paint to stop. And for this, I'm just using some white Waverly chalk paint. I have all three of my animals with me, so if you hear any noise in the background, I'm sorry, but it is hard to control 3 animals while you're recording. So this is also some of Dollar Tree's new farmhouse fabric. I love that they finally figured out that a lot of us love farmhouse because they have really come out with some neat stuff. And I figured, you know what, let's do the bottom half of this mason jar with this fabric because I think I have all of them by now, and I've been waiting for the perfect project to use these on as well. So we're going to do some Mod Podge, and so I just kind of coated the whole back of it really. I think I might have used a little bit too much in some spots, but that's fine. And with this, I feel like I was afraid to use not as much because, I don't know, I've had a lot of instances of it not sticking, even with heat. So I was like, you know what, better safe than sorry, and I'll just use a lot of it. So I found that instead of putting it on the object that you're going to adhere it to, do it to the fabric or the piece that you're trying to apply itself. And that's what a lot of you told me, so I am testing that out. So like I said, we did get a third pet. We adopted another kitty. Eddie is 9 weeks old, and you're actually going to see him later on in the video. But he is a half tabby, half Siamese, and he's absolutely adorable with the most beautiful little blue eyes. So I just laid that down once it was completely coated and used heat, and that worked like a charm. No little bubbles or anything like that, and plus it's fabric. I just feel like it's harder to get bubbles with fabric too for something like this. So it ended up working perfectly, and then I just cut off the excess. If you hear any sniffing in the background, that's my dog looking for scraps. So that is the piece that I cut out earlier from the Dollar Tree Farmhouse rub-on transfer. Now this, I just used the end of this Cricut tool, and it actually worked wonders, I have to say. I just completely just pressed down. You don't have to press down too hard. I just really kind of rubbed against it, like, I don't know, just kind of lightly even. I didn't really have to do much, and it easily transferred. So I made sure that basically when you lay it down and you first put it down, you notice that all of the letters are like the dark black color, and then once you have used the tool, if it starts to turn gray, then you know that it's transferred underneath that transparent paper. So I was like, you know what, the top of this has to look more like a mason jar. So I'm just going to use some mineral Waverly chalk paint, and I like that it's gray, so I'm going to draw some lines, make it look like it's the lid of the mason jar. And I also kind of did some lines at the top to give it more of that. Oh my gosh, my animals picked the perfect time. I'm pretty sure that's Eddie with a ball he found. Like I said, apologies for the background noise. So we are going to use some Dollar Tree twine and just wrap that a few times around. So next I decided I needed to kind of, I don't know, cut it off somewhere between where the white ended and where the fabric began, and the fabric wasn't exactly cut perfectly straight, so I kind of wanted to cover that up a little bit too. So I just used some hot glue and some Dollar Tree, very thin, I guess gingham ribbon, to just kind of tie off that end there. And I felt like it was a nice, I don't know, transition, I guess is the right word. And then I just doubled up some raffia and threw that in the corner and added a cute little button. Just felt like it needed something. But also, I just love embellishments. It's always fun trying to get the ribbons to stay just right. And then this is how it turned out, and I have this hanging on the back of my front door, which is directly next to my kitchen. So this technically counts as a kitchen DIY. Next, I have this metal piece. I'm making a metal barn, and for something like this is actually, I like to, since we have open shelving in our kitchen, I like to kind of create pieces that can sit on one of our open shelves. I like to throw pieces in there, I like to throw decor in there, and so something like this is perfect, and it can fit right on the shelf because it's not going to take up a lot of space. So this is that Dollar Tree metal. I'm sure you've seen a lot of these, and I know people have kind of made like metal magnetic boards with these and everything, and I'm sure, you know, a lot of people have done that, but I wanted to, what if I did this a different way, you know? So I kind of went with something really unique here, and I decided to cut it out in the shape of a barn, just sanded down the edges there, and the metal is so easy to cut, I was able to just use really good scissors. And as you saw, I used that window as the way to trace it, and just use some Sharpie. But for this, I used a bunch of Dollar Tree popsicle sticks. They're so thin, and I just kind of, I really eyeballed it, you know, there really was no measuring. It was just really fun to put these little barn doors together, just put a bunch of X's together and then kind of frame them off. And then all you have to do is just hot glue them together. So it really helps if you obviously hot glue the X first and then frame it off piece by piece. And then if it's too long, you know, you still have plenty of room to cut it, because these popsicle sticks cut super easy because they are super thin. And barn doors are definitely not even, I will say that, but it doesn't really matter that much to me. I think it actually gives it more charm. So I really did just kind of have to eyeball it and see if they were going to fit across the entire barn. And then I just followed the same process for the other door. Start with the X, and then you can start with adding the top two pieces first. Well, the top and the bottom piece, and then you'll add the side pieces last. All with hot glue, and it holds them really well. So the side pieces, like the one that I'm adding right now, is the very last step, very last one you'll want to add. And then obviously that is way too long, so I just snipped that off. Next, I did use a makeup wipe and some Waverly Antique Wax to stain the barn doors, and I really love the color of these door frames. And this makeup wipe was pretty good at getting in all of the creases. I just really like how it can just more evenly distribute the stain. It's a very long video, guys, today, and I apologize, but there's just so much to do in this video. So once you have those stained, you're just going to want to hot glue them down, and this actually holds really well to the metal piece as well. And I just put glue on just the piece that's the very, very bottom piece of these doors. where the very last laying popsicle stick is. And that's what helps it stick the most. So I tried to line it up as best I could, knowing that these would be completely uneven, but it's fine. So once you have your barn doors added, then you got to think about what you want to do for the top of this piece. You can add a little window, or you can do what I did and add a little wreath. I stole this off of another Dollar Tree sign. And I'm pretty sure that bow may have come with it or come from something else, but I'm always just taking embellishments off of Dollar Tree items and using them for other pieces, so I love to do this. And I'm pretty sure this might have come from that home sign or love sign that Dollar Tree has. They still sell them. Pretty much almost every Dollar Tree I've been to still seems to sell those. And I just like to buy them just simply for the embellishment sometimes. But I did end up getting a spool of this green plastic greenery, I guess you want to call it. I did find kind of like a whole garland worth of it at Walmart. I'm not sure how much it was, but I ended up getting a whole spool of this green stuff. And then we're just going to add the bow. So simple, and the project is complete. And here is where it is on my shelf, but I always like to move these around. This is your midway. Reminder to please subscribe if you haven't already. Please join our Crafty Quinn family. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, TikTok, the like. This is Marcus, and soon I'll have to add Eddie's picture to this as well. So this was a very big project. I'm sure you've seen these on Pinterest before, but I finally found Dollar Tree's plastic cutting boards, and I just found this sign at Dollar Tree. I don't know how new it is, but I found it, and I couldn't believe they had another farmhouse piece like this. I think they've really caught on finally. But I just loved it because it said farm to table, and I thought, how perfect is this for a kitchen DIY? So it was not the easiest to pop off. As I'm making it look, I had to bend the sign a little bit, and then I just used that scraper tool, and then it slid off. So it was almost a perfect fit in this cutting board. I just had to cut just on the one side a little bit. It was, I don't know, the lettering of the farm to table, it was not perfectly even, so then that allowed me to cut off one side of this and make it perfectly fit within the cutting board. So it was pretty much perfect. Then I decided to use something abrasive on this just to help the paint stick to it more. I wasn't even sure how much it was going to help, but I figured I'd give it a shot because these things are so, shiny and sleek. I wasn't sure if the paint was going to look weird, but I was planning to use a kind of chalky acrylic paint on it, so especially with paint like that, I was worried. But I just used a regular big old paintbrush and just did a lot of, I guess, dry brushing. I guess you can call it that. But it actually stuck a lot better than I thought it was going to. So it did work. My plan did work. So I just kept going like this, and I just kept adding to it as I felt like it needed more. And it doesn't matter like the little clumps there and the lines, because the whole point is to make this look vintage in some way. I will say the only thing that was not great about the farm to table sign is that I don't know if the background was supposed to be black at one point. I don't know if it's supposed to be brown or whatever, but that didn't quite, match up with the paint color scheme, but it's not like I could repaint it, so I just kind of worked with it. And then just kept adding paint. And I like how it turned out. So once I have it painted where I like, I decided to use these half beads. Love these half beads. These were in a 2-pack I got off of Amazon, and I'm happy to link those down for you below. So check out my bio where I have all of this linked. I always like to link most of my craft, well, most if not all of my craft supplies. And here is Eddie making his debut on my YouTube channel. This is what it's like trying to work with raffia when you have 2 cats. Like I said, he's only 9 weeks old. Oh my gosh. He was a stray, and my in-laws found him near their house, so we adopted him. Just like the same place where we got Marcus from as well. They just have so many cats showing up at their door. So this is what it's like when you have to tie together raffia and hope that your cats won't steal it from you. But his name is Eddie, and so we have Eddie and Marcus. They're getting along pretty well, I have to say. You know, Marcus is definitely showing him the ropes, being a really good big brother. You know, he's not being mean to him or anything. And a lot of times if they get into any kind of scuffle, it's because Eddie starts it. Just nonstop biting Marcus. Because he is a kitten, and that's what they do. So I actually decided to paint the half beads white, and then I hot glue them to each end of this farm to table sign. And then I just use hot glue to attach the little basket to this cutting board. And this is going to be a container for our salt and pepper shakers. And it held together really well. I have to say I was impressed with that. But I purposely did not paint the back of this little basket just so it would hold better. And then I just used some hot glue on this, and that's really all it needed to hold it together, at least. So I did hold that down for a while just to make sure it was definitely staying, and it did. It's really coming together nicely. Then I decided to start on the embellishments using some Dollar Tree Farmhouse ribbon for this. Just did a simple X formation and then doubled together a lot of raffia once I finally wrangled it from the cats, and put a button in the middle of that, and then the raffia is now going to lay on this farmhouse ribbon. I love this Dollar Tree Farmhouse ribbon. I hope they keep making it. And my salt and pepper shakers fit perfectly in the basket. Perfect fit. And then this is how it looks currently displayed in my kitchen. Absolutely love it. So that's with the salt and pepper shakers, and here's without. So now for our mystery question, what appliance can you not live without? And when I say appliance, I mean what device in your kitchen right now can you currently not live without? It could be cookware, it could be a frother, it could be an espresso machine. What in your kitchen right now can you not live without? And that is the question to win the windows that I'm giving away in this video. Next is our presentation from Caraway. They gifted me an awesome set of cookware that I'm about to show you and share some awesome discount codes with you. So thank you so much, Caraway, for gifting me this amazing, beautiful cookware set. Hi everyone, Crafty Quinn here. I hope you've been enjoying this video so far. I hope you've been enjoying the kitchen DIYs. I've been wanting to make an everyday farmhouse kitchen DIYs video for a while now, so I'm just so excited to share that with you. And otherwise exciting announcement, I am working with Caraway. Caraway does cookware, and they are all about 100% non-toxic ceramic cookware. So that is what I'm about to unbox for you today. I am now an ambassador. I am working with them, so that means I have discount codes for you, site-wide discount codes. I have 10% site-wide right now. If you use the link in my bio of this video, if you go to that link and use that link specifically, it will give you 10% off site-wide. So even if you don't want to check into their cookware, there are other items throughout the site that you can check out. So with that being said, I'm going to take my Dollar Tree box cutter and open this right now. And I'm so excited. So always be safe with a box cutter, but this just arrived today and I am so excited to, I feel like I've said that 5 times, but I'm excited to open this up because I ordered gray cookware because it really matches the color scheme of our house. And they have a lot of great colors, so you can choose like a ivory, like a bone ivory color. They have gray. They have a lot of other just, you know, kind of regular. They have black, and they have a bunch of modern colors as well. So really beautiful colors to complement any home style that you have going on. So this just arrived today, and I'll cut in a few minutes when I have this open. Yes, buddy. Oh, look at this. Oh. All right, so it says you're one step closer to cleaner cooking, and that is because they are, like I said, 100% non-toxic ceramic cookware. And let's go with this first item here. So let's see. Let's push this over. But oh wow, look at this. Lid holder hooks. Don't forget your hooks to hang up your lids. So that's awesome. So those hooks will come out. Hopefully you can see this. But look at this right here. This is all of the lids to go with the pots and pans. And it's this gorgeous fabric right here. So no longer am I going to misplace my lids with this awesome lid holder, and I can hang this on the door, maybe on the door of our island. That'll be nice. It'll be nice and organized. So let me get those out, and I'm gonna move on to the pots and pans. The boxes. So that is awesome. Packaged very nicely. And hopefully you can see this. The box a little bit so you can see it a little bit better, but there we go. Give you a better look at it right there. But each pan has its own storage rack for safekeeping. And when you get one of these cookware sets, it comes with the organizers, like the pan organizer, the pan lid organizer that I was just showing you. That is no extra cost, so that is definitely a plus to this pan set. So this is the pan. Just absolutely gorgeous, says Caraway on the back. And you can just feel how just non-stick this is. Just gorgeous, non-stick. It feels like a really good investment to me. And I just love that these are healthier for you. So like I said, definitely beautiful modern colors. They have some traditional colors as well. You know, really you can't go wrong because they have so many colors that will fit any color scheme they have going on. So then here is one little pot. This is the saucepan. The first one that I held up was the frying pan, but also just as beautiful. Love the color of it. You can just feel how like shiny, silky this feels, and it's gonna be so great for non-stick. So very important to mention, these are hand wash only. So you also have to make sure that you're only using low to medium heat on these. So low to medium heat, hand wash only, and that will ensure the longevity of your pots and your pans. And this one is actually a Dutch oven. So that's exciting. So we got the frying pan so far, we got the saucepan, we have the Dutch oven, and then what we have next is the saute pan. And this one actually contains all of the care instructions. So here is our beautiful saute pan. Just absolutely gorgeous. And I can't wait to use these. So next up we have our organizers, and like I said, these come with our pots and pans free of charge. It's a great way to store them in your cabinets. And it's also a great way to store them because this way they will not slide up against each other and scratch each other. And a lot of the reason why our pans don't last is because they're constantly being laid on top of one another and they're constantly being scratched. This way you don't have to, and these pans will last you much longer. So they have one of these for each of them. And then like I said, this is the care instructions that comes inside. It's the care instructions, but also, oh, look at this. This is so cute. I love the branding. It says, "Well done, cookware is rare. This booklet contains everything you need to know about your new cookware set." Oh my goodness. So these are cute little pieces to lay down your pots and pans on so that they don't hurt your countertops. So these are really cute pot holders. Love it. So as you can tell by this demonstration, these are really non-stick. Like, look at this. This is a bolognese mix that we made, and look at this. Just moving around the pan on maybe low heat at this point, and it is not sticking. And this is how it looks displayed in our cabinet right now. It was a perfect fit. The magnetic pieces holding them together really work well. And then we have the lid holder. I might not keep it here, I might move it, but these are the hooks that Caraway supplied in the package, and this is how it is currently hanging up on our door. So if you want to check out more videos, watch them here on the left. Thank you guys so much for watching today, and please stay tuned for the giveaway winner reveal once you leave your comment down below. Thank you guys so much for watching.